He has punt return. He's a punt returner. So he has tremendous start quickness, change of direction. So if you get him the ball in space and you don't have your arms around him, oh, he's going to make you miss. And that's what you see. They get him the ball in the middle of the field. He stopped. He comes to the right, and now he's up the sideline picking up blocks. He's special. You just can't let him.
Special.
You can't let him beat you in the final moment.
So let this sink in. Pittsburgh goes up 14-0. It feels like they're going to just run all over, just wipe them out. And from that moment on, Baltimore outscores Pittsburgh 31-6 in Pittsburgh. That is mind-blowing to me. 31-6. It's Joe Flacco outscores Big Ben 31-6 over that stretch. And all of a sudden, they look like they're done because they're so far behind at home in the fourth quarter. And I was impressed because these guys just have a nonchalant knack for saying, okay, that's enough. And if it were against somebody, if it's against Cincinnati, I wouldn't read a lot into it. The Ravens defense is legit, and it knows how to play these guys. So I'm just saying that whatever Ben and Antonio have going right now is virtually unstoppable. And I look back at the AFC Championship game last year, obviously in Foxborough, and the final score was New England 36-17. And it really wasn't that close, didn't feel that close. And Antonio caught 7 balls for 77 yards, and I can't remember a one of them.
They're meaningless.
Yeah, they were meaningless. So remember, you've lost Dante Hightower on defense. You've mixed and matched all sorts of corners and cast-offs, and you brought this guy in and cut that guy. Are you sure there's enough talent on the New England defense to go to Pittsburgh next Sunday? Because I don't. I think Ben will throw another big party on New England's defense.
But here's the thing, though, Skip, is that do you believe the Steelers' defense, with the pinpoint accuracy of Tom Brady throwing the football, he will have Gronk back. We know what Amendola, he finds ways. It doesn't matter who's in the lineup. As long as 12 is in the lineup, the Patriots feel very good that they can get things done. But look at this, Skip. The Steelers had 18 third down attempts. They were 12 of 18.
12
67.
of 18 against that
I've never heard of
defense?
that many. I've never heard of that many. I can honestly say I don't think in my 14 years of playing I was ever in a situation we had 18 third down attempts. They were 12 of 18 for 67%. And the Ravens, Skip, they were 4 for 4 on field goals. They were 3 for 3 on goal-to-go efficiency. So you basically are 100%. You got close enough in field goal. Now, mind you, Tucker's range is about 60 and in. But if you get within that distance, you go 100%. Steelers, Ryan Shazier is not coming back next week. I don't believe Joe Hayden plays next week. Tom Brady, ask yourself this, Tom Brady or Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco just carved him up. Thanksgiving was 3 weeks ago, and he carved him up like the Thanksgiving bird. If you don't think Tom Brady is licking his chop, he's like, please don't let me get injured this game because I'm about to get me 600.
Okay, I got you. But you don't think Ben is licking his chops against that New England defense that for the first 4 weeks was historically bad? So he throws for, 506 or whatever it was, 500 plus against the Ravens, third-ranked pass defense. I think he is going to he'll throw for 400 against New England. Now, it might be bend but don't break.
That's the thing. If you look at his numbers in the championship game, he had some decent numbers. Didn't get the ball in the end zone until it was meaningless. And that's the thing. Ben Roethlisberger, his third 500-yard. Skip, I look at 500-yard passing days like 4 home run games in baseball. There are a lot of them. There are very few people that have multiple 4 home run games. This young man has 3. 500. That's the magical. If you're a quarterback, if you could ever throw for 500 yards in a game, that's saying something. But to do it 3 times, we know Ben is special. We know the connection that he has with Antonio Brown. But you cannot let Antonio Brown beat you. If Martavis Bryant, now they're going to get Juju back. He had to serve the suspension. If Juju goes for 200, Le'Veon rushes for 100 and catches for another 125, Skip, I can live with that. I'm not letting Antonio Brown beat me because I already know what he can do. They're going to target him. But I guarantee you, Coach Belichick will give, probably it'll be Malcolm Butler. They'll probably play a lot of 2-man. They'll play a lot of roll coverage. They're not letting Antonio Brown go one-on-one with any of their corners.
Well, I used to think that Pittsburgh against New England, they would just try to run the ball and keep it away from Brady. But Le'Veon, my friend Le'Veon, He's now averaging 3.9 yards per carry, but he is leading the league in rushing. And if that stands and he's below 4, that'll be the lowest per carry rushing leader since like 1950. So it's certainly in the Super Bowl era.
Right.
So it's not like they're running the ball because he ran for what, 46 yards
46
last night?
yards. But Skip, here's the thing though. You're not mentioning this. They ran 82 plays. 85 plays in an NFL game. They ran 85 plays to the other teams. The Ravens had 62. That's 23 more plays, and they only won by 1. That tells you their offense was clicking on all cylinders. One turnover, they lose that game because that's a possession or that's plays that they don't get. One turnover, they lose, and that's the thing. Ben has to play perfect because if he doesn't, I do not believe this defense is good enough to carry the day for them. They can't against mediocre teams. Tom Brady, that's not Case Keenum. That's not Blake Bortles.
Not Joe Flacco.
That's not Andy Dalton. That's not Kaiser. That's the real deal. That's as real as it comes. He's the best the NFL has to offer at the quarterback position currently. So, no, I just don't. Anything can happen. But I can assure you this: Tom Brady feels very comfortable going to that stadium, Heinz Field, and playing the Pittsburgh Steelers the way they're currently playing defense.
Well, he's
football.
10 and what is it? 10 and
2
2 lifetime.
Yeah,
and he's 5 and 2 lifetime at that stadium.
and a whole lot of touchdowns to very little interceptions. That's a combination you doesn't like because he's gone there twice and beat them in an AFC Championship game. So clearly he doesn't fear them.
Yep. I'm here to tell you that after what I witnessed last night, as much bad as there was, it was canceled in the end by greatness. And I think that Ben and Antonio are playing on such a high level right now. I am leaning, I reserve the rest of the week to change, but I am leaning toward picking Pittsburgh to beat New England. I'm still picking New England to win it all because I think New England could still go back there and beat them in an AFC Championship game. If this one shapes up as it's going to belong to the Steelers, and I'm going to say it again, every time Tom Brady goes to where you used to work, down in South Beach, down in Miami, especially in a big emotional night game. By the way, Jay Cutler, just for the record, he's 11-7 on Monday Night Football, so he hasn't been that bad. He's had some big night games. Well, he has. So
Don't do that, Skip.
well, I'm going to do it because he has. Remember that big Sunday night game he played against San Francisco? This is going back to 2014.
Yes.
Colin Kaepernick had gone to Dallas and just cleaned out the Cowboys, and it was home on Sunday night at open Levi Stadium.
Yes.
And Jay Cutler just took over in the second half, threw 4 touchdowns to no interceptions. He is capable of doing that. And the Dolphin defense always beats up Tom Brady. Sue and Cameron Wake are always all over him, and he continues not to be able to practice with some weird Achilles injury. I don't know what it is. He's beat up. And
No, he's just old.
Huh?
He's just old.
He's 40.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hard for you, Skip. As you get older, it gets harder and harder for you to go out there, especially after playing a game, to bounce right back around and be ready to go on Wednesday.
Well, I think this game will be much closer than most people think because it's Dolphins are 11-point underdogs at home. I'd take those points right now. I still think New England will win that game. I'm just not sure they can go to Pittsburgh on a short
Vegas
week.
been giving up people a lot of money. Vegas been giving people money away, too. You see what they did with the Rams, Philly. See what they did with Seattle, Jacksonville. They just giving people money away. Y'all keep on listening to Vegas.
I know, but you talking about the end of the Rams game?
Yeah.
You know how that got covered?
It was covered regardless because the Rams were favored.
Was it? Did
Yeah.
They favored in the end? I
Yes.
thought it ended up getting covered by the last play. But, okay.
The Rams were favored.
Well,
And you was liking that.
well, I did for a while until
And
Nick
the Cowboys
Foles came in.
And the Cowboys were up were favored by what, 5.5, 6 points? And what did I tell you what happened, Skip?
We'll talk about that in a minute.
This is a very on-brand win for the Steelers, right? They're panicking the whole time, and then somehow they just pull it out at the end. They're a very mentally tough team without Ryan Shazier and Juju out. But the difference to me between every other team that they've beaten and the Patriots is the Patriots won't let Antonio Brown beat them. They're going to make the other players beat them.
If Juju goes off,
Juju, Bryant, James, they're going to beat him.
You know what? I think this is going to be the one where they won't be able to contain Antonio. He's just playing at a supremely high level.
He was playing at that level last year.
I've never seen anything like this since Montana to Rice. I've never seen anything like it.
It's a beautiful thing. But they're Dolphins fans tonight because if the Dolphins win and then they beat the Patriots next week, they clinch home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So